One of the things that people say, well, what's different between the industry now and the industry pre-COVID? And I think one of the key differences is where the capacity comes from. Pre-COVID, and on the left-hand side we see actual cargo tons, but on the right-hand side we see the availability in terms of where that capacity originally derives from. We see that the freighters the bellies played a more significant role pre-COVID. During COVID, with the grounding of passenger aircraft, the freighter, and particularly the Praetor, which is the passenger aircraft redesignated for cargo use, really stepped up and carried the mainstay of the activity. And going forward, we anticipate from an industry perspective that the balance of capacity will be weighted more towards the freighter than the belly in future. Now, this is true, of course, not in all markets, but just in general terms from a global perspective. Some of the growth drivers, and this again is an important one because we know that the air cargo industry is premised on the fact that consumers are buoyant, consumers buy. When we look at the difference between 2019, which was the last full traditional year as it were, and 2024, which is when we expect normal activity to resume, that's half a decade. And in that half a decade, we expect to see another 400 million affluent middle class joining the consumer activity. Now, of course, when people join the consumer activity or the consumption class, they equip themselves with domestic appliances, with electronic goods, with high-value items, and this is where air cargo is a primary driver. So things look very progressively important going forward for this industry to support that growth in the global middle class, of whom most will actually be in Asia, here in India, China, and Southeast Asia in particular.